The Millennium Tour rolled to the west side of Mauna Loa, where I was fortunate to have an opportunity to grow the truth with Terence McKenna. Author, ethnobotanist, and psychedelic pioneer, he is an explorer of human consciousness. Ripe for a vision, I asked about the new galactic millennium.
In these years, between 2000 and 2012, there's a very long cycle of Earth movement that is returning to alignment at the galactic center. It's the largest cycle that the Earth makes that human beings have ever observed, and it's returning now to its end point, which it does every 26,000 years. What 2000 brings is an enormous sense of a clean slate, of starting over, and thank God, enough already. The religion is full of shit, the money is printed on toilet paper, fame is worthless. The important thing at this moment is your humanness, and the major thing making war on your humanness is your culture. Culture is not your friend. Culture is a con. Class boundaries, language boundaries, gender boundaries, all this stuff is melting. The universe seems to be evolving toward ever greater connection. And the only end that can come to that process is the moment when every point is connected to every other point. This is probably the most important moment in human history.
Tell me about the tree of life.
Well, as I understand the tree of life, it's a metaphor for a certain kind of connectivity. It's a global, archetypal symbol of life understood in a certain way. A good example of this tree metaphor is the internet. I really think the internet is the tip of the evolutionary iceberg. In other words, people are waiting for Jesus to come. They're waiting for the flying saucers to bail them out. They're waiting for earth changes. Meanwhile, the internet is here. The internet is more life-changing than an alien invasion, far more interesting than an earth change. It's here. Information is power. And it's the power not to build, but to dissolve what has been built.
Dissolve the boundaries?
Dissolve the boundaries. What people can't think, they are unaware of. Say you're running the operating system called Science 5.0. It does not support astrology. It does not support proctologists from other star systems making unannounced house calls.
What do you mean proctologists from other star systems? I don't get it.
You know what a proctologist is?
Why don't you tell me?
A butt doctor. So
I try not to know those guys.
Thinking the unthinkable is the task of pushing cultural boundaries further out. If it's utterly shocking to you to imagine the president receiving a blowjob in the Oval Office and you learn that this in fact occurred, what the end result is you are educated. Your cultural boundaries...
Your awareness has been raised.
Toward the truth. Because the truth was, of course presidents get blowjobs in the Oval Office. If you're trying to reach objective truth, you have to come through the cultural filter, you have to come through the body filter, and then you have to come through the categorical filter. In other words, you have to examine the method by which you're trying to understand reality.
Whoa, that was weird, Terence. It looks like a wormhole to me.
There's no way to tell whether this is a recorded medium or not.
Is it fiber?
Well, in other
cables?
words, there's no way to tell if this has happened before.
Really?
If cartoon creatures could talk, they would make the same assumptions. They wouldn't know that they were frames of film running through a machine, spinning from one reel to another.
Would you jump into the wormhole?
I would jump into the wormhole. It might be very illuminating of our condition in reality. It seems to me it's highly unlikely that this is live in real time.
Oh, I learned a lot today. So Terence, would you use hemp toilet paper?
I certainly would use hemp toilet paper. At this point, there's no choice.
I don't think we do have a choice.
No, change or die at this point.
What about grow the truth? Do you like that?
I think that's how the truth comes, you know. Grown. Slowly.
I'm already smarter.
Take it easy, dude. But take it.
Somewhere out there, you're going to find yourself somewhere in there, and I don't know where that out there or in there is, but it's everywhere and always, and we're always in there and out there, so let's go.